Welcome to TradersArmy.com, defending your right to build wealth and preserve capital for generations to come. Yeah, Wednesday. What's up, everybody? It's Wednesday. It's hump day. Hope you guys all had a great trading day yesterday. We are up about 13 points this morning in the S&P, rallying up from the sell-off of Monday and Tuesday, and the NASDAQ is up about 47 points, so we're going to dive into each one of those. Do me a favor, if you're new to the channel, click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. If you've been around a while, make sure you hit the like button. Helps the algorithms know that people are actually watching this thing, so let's go ahead and dive in. So S&P this morning, we are up 13 points, and we rallied up after yesterday's really big sell-off. Now, we had a level down here at 30.67 for a potential entry. Converted that to a confirmation entry just based on the fact that our big picture trend direction had changed. No matter, we didn't quite make it into the level anyway, and we got a really strong move away from the zone. So this is one that just barely missed entry. The level's still valid. I'm going to leave the level in place. And then we have our supply level here up above. I don't see any reason to add anything other than what we have in place. These are a lot of big movements. And I was speaking to a friend of mine yesterday, and we were talking about, days like yesterday. And days like yesterday are easy to sit back and say coulda, woulda, and shoulda. On the S&P, small miss. The NASDAQ level, we actually got a little bit of an entry on this one. Remember, the stop goes below the pivot, so price made a really nice entry here, and then we got a very strong move away inside the NASDAQ level. And if you didn't catch the whole ride up, that's okay. It's take what makes sense for your account. But that level's been traded all the way through, so that level worked out very, very well. We got a nice move off of that zone as prices rallied up, and now we're coming close to this level, which was the origin of the move down from yesterday. However, we came really close to it and didn't quite get into it yet, and so I'm going to need to look at this one more from a confirmation standpoint because we've come close to it and didn't enter the position. One of my rules is that if we come close to a level and we don't enter the trade, then we need to switch that to a confirmation entry the next time through. I'm okay if you don't follow that particular prescription, if you will, but that's what I like to do. It just keeps me out of trades that may not be the right fit. So if you look at it, we had a really nice breakdown on Monday, and then on Tuesday we had a really nice reversal back to the upside. So all in all, both of these moves were very strong moves, kind of kicking off the week. That's one of the things that I would say when you have 2 days in a row where you've got some fairly decent moves. Don't feel like you have to trade every day. Don't let the markets kind of force you into trading every day. If the market doesn't come into your levels, then don't take anything. Next would be crude oil. So crude oil, we had the huge move down on Friday, and we've not added anything to our charts since because there's really been nothing to add. And yesterday we saw that the prices just jostled around. The reason I didn't add anything is look at this big candlestick yesterday, right? Price rallied up through what a lot of people would have taken in supply and then came right back down and hasn't really done a whole lot ever since. We got a little bit of a move up in the overnight hours tonight, and that move up was here off of the European market open. So if I cut that down to a 15-minute chart, we could take a look at this pivot here as a potential reversal. I like the time of day that it was created. That's really what I'm spending my most effort and energy looking at. So 15-minute chart obviously goes down to a pink line. Next would be the gold levels. Gold, we just barely missed our entry here as we have started to sell off a little bit in gold. We do have some demand below us, though we've not quite yet reached any of those quality levels. Originally, I had this level identified as a potential for a reversal, but moved it down to the lower pivot area. So we'll see if we come into that zone and continue to get a little bit of a sell-off in through here. In the bonds, so in our bond markets, we had a nice little move away off the 15-minute chart yesterday in our bond markets. Remember, the level was found on a 15-minute chart. So price came screaming into the level, gave us an opportunity to move our stop down and lock in some profit as price moved away. We got a second bite at the apple in the overnights if you missed it on the first time around. But for now, I need to remove that level from my chart since we've already hit it twice. Possibly another little level right up in here. But I don't want to go back to that well a second time, as we've gone back to that well a few too many times. Now, I am going to say that we had this confirmation level. Whoops, wrong button there. We had this confirmation level for a short that we popped right through yesterday, and we switched it to a confirmation level because of the basing here in front, and the gap level here was switched. However, I'm going to leave it in line because I think there's a chance that we'll come back down to this area and see a reversal off of this zone. Next would be the Aussie. So in our Aussie level, we have a demand area down here that price could be getting a bit closer to, where we may see a little bit of a reversal. Price rallied up on Monday, and the temptation there is to chase it and try to find a reason to get in and get long. And, the best thing to do is to wait and be patient, as we saw that there could be some demand down in this area here. The euro, same thing in the euro. The tendency is to try to chase something like this, when in reality, I think we're better off just kind of holding off. Now, in this one, we could have a little breakdown below this area here, so keep an eye on breaking down below that zone. And then the Canadian dollar, surprise, surprise, it's going sideways. Nothing really has changed in the Canadian dollar in about 2 weeks, as we've not seen any real reason to trade it. And remember, don't force it if it doesn't exist. Great British Pound, Japanese Yen. So looking at the pound as well as the yen, we had that little tiny level yesterday inside of the pound that we had identified. Price came really close to it. Unfortunately, didn't get us in. Saw a pretty strong move away off of that level. And so our next level of supply doesn't come in for quite a while. On our 4-hour chart, we actually just broke above, set up a new swing, higher swing high, higher swing low. So since that's a higher swing high and a higher swing low on a 4-hour, this needs to switch to a confirmation up above us because our big picture trend has changed direction. Remember, anytime that big picture trend has changed direction, my opposing levels need to be confirmation entries unless they're levels found on those bigger picture time periods. This is a speed candle. Speed candles tend to get retraced, and so we could also look at this speed candle area right here. I'm going to remove this one down below here because we didn't get into that zone. Japanese yen, we came into our supply level here in the yen, got a little move away, and then came back right up into it for a quick, after 6 candles, right? Entry 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After 6 candles, you move your stop to break even. Price moved away. We came into it. We moved away again. It's not really done a whole heck of a lot aside from hanging around inside of this zone. So I'm going to take that zone now and remove it. Since it's no longer valid, these were our profit targets. Didn't quite make it into either one of those profit targets. But we definitely had a little bit of a slowing of momentum on this last rally up, and this big candle that we just had kind of shows that drop. So I'm going to put some lines down here where I think we could see a bit of a reversal right there at the European market open. And then we've got another one down in here. But when I go to the 4-hour, in my 4-hour, we've put in a clearly higher swing high and higher swing low, so we actually switched our trend direction inside of this 4-hour. So keep an eye on that one. That was why we moved that zone up, and we got a little move away from it, but essentially it became a break-even trade. So all in all, pretty good day yesterday. A lot of really strong movements between our bond trade and our NASDAQ trade. Unfortunately, slightly missed the entry on the S&P, but that's okay. But what's great is, after a day where we had a couple of small stop outs on the reversal, we have some fairly nice runners. So if you guys have any questions, please send us an email, support@tradersarmy.com. Remember, tomorrow, no daily market commentary because we have a live trade room at tradersarmy.com. Feel free to join us. Go to tradersarmy.com today. Sign up. We've got a special going on use our promo code to get 60% off your first month, and I would love to see you kind of jump on board and hang out with us. So until tomorrow, everybody, hope you have a great day. See you soon. Later.